I always like those moments when the sort of mentor is giving advice and then you realize that actually they've got their own worries and they're not quite as in control as you might think. They have problems just like everyone else. You know, that is kind of true. Hopefully they did not run afoul of that bell. And so with that, here we are at the Bright House, and time to head back to town. If you've missed that fishing spot earlier, yeah, you can still fish here, so make sure you hit up that fishing spot once. You need to catch at least one fish there for it to count, as I said before, but it's important for that side quest, and yeah, the fog is definitely worse. This could be a very serious problem. But for now, let's head back into town. So, we don't get a cutscene immediately upon returning to Roland. Also, hi there, kitty. Huh, you've started working here. I wonder if Rinon's mother had any ulterior motives for hiring you. So, something interesting at this point, this is completely optional. You can go straight to the guild, and the story will progress as normal. But if you want, and again, this is totally optional, this does not get you any bonus BP or any real rewards, you can go to Rinon's General Goods for a bit of an extra scene. Well, yes. You have not heard any reports of him falling unconscious, have you? The Manly Patrol! It kind of sounds like something that Kanji would talk everyone into doing in Persona 4. So, yeah, this is that optional event. If you go here, you do end up buying something for Agate to thank him for... Well, Agate and... I was about to say the others, but mostly just Zin. To thank them for their hard work last night. The weird thing is, you'd think this would get you a recipe, but it actually doesn't. I almost wonder if at one point this did get you a recipe. Please tell me that I have enough for this. Yeah, I was just saying that, but, yeah, I wonder if this originally was a recipe and then they thought it would be too cruel if it was this easily missable. Yeah, let's be nice. So we get 3 dark chocolate. While we're here, are you shipping Kitty with your son? Doesn't even seem like she is. Okay. So, before going to the guild, this is one of the most easily missed chapters in the Odyssey of Anton. You don't have to specifically talk to them now. Oh, don't worry, we're done with pigeons at this point. But yeah, that's where Anton is for this particular story beat. He's peeking in the windows and talking about his ideal woman. I wonder who that could be. Yeah, at this point you might be able to guess who Anton has fallen for. Hi, you have blonde hair. That's kind of a weird statement out of context, but I was hinting towards that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she could keep going. So you basically did the classic D&D trick of, yeah, taking watches at various different hours. Oh, please tell me that he didn't get hit by the bell lady, because, well, we kind of need our main caster. Yeah, so that's the thing about Olivier. He can actually be really professional when he stops joking around. Maybe him patrolling with them was a better thing than we thought it would be. Yeah, did not clear up the next day, and the fog got worse. Okay then, that north side of the town is getting even worse. Well, you know things are serious when the army is dispatching entire squads to protect a rural town. And that means no more patrolling needed. We've got an army to do that for us. And I'm sure the army has a very personal stake in all of this, with Luke's dad being one of them. Or, you know, get her arrested because we probably need information out of her. Not that she'd be likely to give it. Yeah, so it turns out what we're doing is we're pulling everyone in the remote areas back to where we can more easily keep an eye on them. Because if somebody, say, out at the mine or the farm collapses, there really isn't anyone else patrolling those places. Okay, good to know, we're getting paid for this. Actually, Persil's pretty close. So, we're gonna be losing access to some of our party members at this point. Estelle actually knows the farm and knows where it is, so she's the most likely candidate to take that on. She doesn't have as much of a personal connection to the mine, but yep, good thing I showed off Zin and Olivier in this chapter a little bit earlier, because we're now losing access to them. So if you want to grind them with Shining Palms in Esmeralda's Tower, you should probably have done that before going to the guild in the last part. Wait, where were you? But as I was saying, I think that as long as you don't go to Estelle's house, you can freely explore the northern part of town and go up there and grind Shining Palms in the tower. Yes, when he wants to be, which is not all that often. Yeah, sure. Visit in giant inverted commas. Yep, thank you, Fog. Thank you so much, Fog. So, yeah, by the way, you're gonna be going up to the mine, and I don't think there are any girls who work there, so you are probably not gonna enjoy this. Yeah, as much as I would actually really like to have him for the farm patrol, we don't. Olivier gets things wrong on purpose all the time. That's kind of one of his things. And already, already things are in Olivier's head. Well, the thing is, Olivier already feels like a yearly tomfoolery quotient just by being in a room, so I'd say it's way more than a day. And now this. Again, completely optional, but it just gives a little bit of extra dialogue here. Yeah, be thankful that none of those three are like me and am allergic to chocolate. Of course, nobody could say no to it coming from Tita. Yes, his Tsundere switch has been activated. Hey, he actually said thanks. That's a step forward, at least. Now, you know what would also be a good step forward? If any of you, like, gave us your quartz before going? I had a lot of good stuff on Olivier, didn't I? I probably did. So yeah, we're gonna actually meet a friend of Estelle's. And shares a name with a significant character from the Crossbell games. Not counting Tita since she's armed. Yeah, there are several children at the farm. Okay, so we don't actually have any new quests here, and we're not going to take on the ring that flew away just yet, because that is going to take us to Esmeralda's Tower, and it'll be a bit more productive to go there later. I could certainly use some more of these, though. Anything that boosts speed is always good. Okay, good, I actually have Septium Vein. So, I'm going to go ahead and try something here. Gonna go ahead and upgrade a few of Chloe's slots. And one more of Shera's. Oh, this is extremely tempting, but I know that we'll be getting Action 4 in the next chapter, so I might want to save up for those. Okay, so swapping around some quartz, I was able to get this. So Estelle has Atlas Hammer, which is actually an art that I don't feel like I've ever used in any of my playthroughs. But it's Earth, and Earth is going to be very good for what's coming up. Shera, I did need to use Scent for this, but it does mean that I can get Titanic Roar on her, which is going to be pretty useful. I could have got Titanic Roar on Tita as well, but her ATS is not the best. And as for Chloe, as long as she has some decent earth arts, usually stone impact, you're pretty much fine. I've got clock down, which is very good. No clock up EX, but I can always get that later. As well as some healing. Okay, I think I'm mostly set. I just have to heal before leaving town. So you can get a few interesting details from talking to the people close to those that have fallen into comas. It seems like everyone who has fallen asleep seems to be having pleasant dreams. But anyway, with that, let's head out to the farm, and I'll see you over there. Actually, I won't, because there's a scene on the way. Yep, it looks like the army is coming over to Rollins. Yeah, this is that army we ordered. Well, I think Roland's in good hands. We won't need to worry about handling patrols with all of them on the case. That sounds a lot like actually two other people we know. No, it's not. We're actually pretty close. So, I may as well just walk the rest of the way. Let's head straight down here and avoid those big plants. Hang on a second. Is the haze quartz cancelling out the effects of scent? Huh. It actually looks like it is. That's pretty cool. But anyway, I guess that we have both yin yang and haze. So you do want to be ready before you head into the Persil farm. Make sure you have as much earth arts as possible. Physical attacks are not really going to be that helpful. And this fog is really, really bad. Where's the move defog when you need it? I love how much that got buffed in, I think it was Gen 6, because it was pretty bad back in Gen 4. Oh no. Yeah, we know that bell is bad news, let's get on it. But we have something we have not seen before. Some strange fog creatures. And we have Fight with the Assailant again, which is great. We have the Alraunes. And as it says there, weapon attacks almost never hit. And also, these are the things that you want Sleep and Confuse immunity against. I'll go for Titanic Roar here. And you're going to go for... yeah, don't bother with anything except for Earth. Petrify Cloud can actually be nice. These things are not immune to petrification, by the way, so if you're lucky, you can end up petrifying them, which is pretty cool. I don't think Tita should even bother with physical attacks either. She's going to go straight for, how about a Stone Impact? You're hopefully going to move forward and catch the other two in the blast, and let's actually try... yeah, this might be the reason why I generally don't use Atlas Hammer too often, is it's got a pretty bad delay on it. Okay, moving forward. Dream Smoke. And that cancels your casting. Thankfully, we have more people casting than they can cancel, so, well, you cancel my Atlas Hammer, but at least Petrify Cloud's going off. They take quite a lot of damage from that, and thankfully I got Titanic Roar off, too. Not a particularly strong art, but it does hit everything on the field. So it has some utility for that. You can get Titanic Roar actually very early into the game, and at that point it's pretty effective. But here it's starting to not be as useful. Yikes, Atlas Hammer's delay is bad. You know what? Maybe as much as I really want to try and show off Atlas Hammer, it's just Earth Lance is probably going to be more efficient overall. Yeah, more Dream Smoke. Unfortunately, you can't make yourself immune to cancelling effects. And yeah, obviously, fast casting is a priority here, because otherwise you're more likely to get cancelled. So yeah, probably not the best fight to attempt to show off Atlas Hammer in. Well, she's going the same for all of these, so I may as well, like, do this and then just kind of pray that she doesn't get cancelled. Well, at least we took out one of them. Yeah, Chloe hits crazily hard with that. Okay, more cancelling. You should be, yeah, you should definitely be all gone now. I'm gonna just go ahead and heal Tita just in case. I don't want her to miss out on the experience. I think she is my lowest level party member at this point. Come on, I can... yeah, I've kind of given up on Atlas Hammer at this point. Now I know why I never used it in my first playthrough. That's the problem with a lot of the high-end spells. Until you get the really high-end cast quartz, they tend to suck, to put it bluntly, because of their awful cast time. Yeah, see, I can get Earth Lance in immediately. I could have intentionally stalled for Atlas Hammer, but unfortunately was not to be.
Well, that takes care of that.
They weren't even worth a lot of experience either. Yeah, that's not a particularly difficult fight. But if you forget to bring a lot of arts and try and use physical attacks, thankfully Chloe and Shera are forced into this party, and they're generally better at casting, so you'll probably have some decent art on them. So, let's head inside. Unfortunately, the front door is locked. But nobody locked that door. So it seems like nobody's in these rooms. The reason why the front door was locked, though, was so that you're, more positions to panic upon seeing this. Yep, it seems our culprit has struck again. We got here just a little bit too late. So this is where Estelle's resolve is starting to break. The thing is, though, I wouldn't even really say failed again, because they had no idea these coma cases were going to happen the first time it occurred. So they can't have really failed, because it was just something unforeseen that they couldn't have really predicted. We need to find who did this, and fast. I was thinking of that too. Even Cassius makes mistakes, as hard as that is to believe. Yes, Tita has competition in the surrogate sister departments. And so, guess what? It's Kevin Ex Machina! Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, maybe it was a good thing the priest got told, because guess he knows Kevin, so Kevin got informed and now he's here. So he'll be the one to watch over these people. That thing is kind of normal when Kevin's around. Seems they're in good hands. Because Kevin's done really well for us in the past. And we'll see that, they're all sleeping there. And Shera did us a favor of unlocking that door. So, that's all we can do at the farm. Let's head back. Before I do, though, I feel really bad about not getting to show Atlas Hammer, so I'm going to go ahead and get into one fight just to use it once. Okay, here we go. I have actually never seen that art before. No, really, I have never used that one before. The casting time probably explains why, but yeah, that is my first time ever seeing that animation. I am thinking that at the very end of the playthrough, if there are any arts that I don't end up casting as part of normal gameplay, I'll do like an all arts montage at the end of the game. Because there are some pretty cool looking ones, even if they are horribly inefficient in terms of cast time. So, right now we're back in Roland. Now, from what I've heard, Anton's dialogue does change slightly when you get back, but I've heard this does not actually count for the Odyssey of Anton. I could be wrong though, so it's probably best to talk to these two when you get back. Wow, you really don't know about the coma incidents, do you? And yeah, as you can see, the soldiers are actually patrolling here. Yeah, you guys might want to have some kind of, I don't know, anti-fog glasses or something. So we'll automatically report once we get back in here. Well, about that. Anyone hit at the mine? Doesn't seem like it. But you did see those same things that we fought. So the first day was just fog, the second, people going into comas, and the third, actual monsters attacking. The distant cousin of bog beasts. I love that Magic School Bus episode, by the way. We got cancelled a few times, and Estelle never got to use that cool new art she was desperately trying to show off, but, other than that, we're fine. Shouldn't really be joking about, things about Estelle at the moment, because she's a little depressed. And now everyone's passing the blame around. Yeah, it's not a coincidence that the people closer to Estelle were the ones who fell into comas. Whoever this is seems to know that Estelle's getting involved, and they're directly going after the people she cares about. Yeah, the fog beasts were there to stall us. Which means the culprit was probably already there when we were fighting them. No, in fact, she has never even physically appeared at all. You know, I actually originally thought it was Kevin coming into the room there. Yeah, a lot has happened since you've left the place. Well, we had time to look for a lost cat, but that's different. We were getting BP out of that. But wherever it's rung, someone always falls unconscious. Okay. That's the only place. In hindsight, this is pretty obvious. We've got fog everywhere, so obviously, the Mistwald is the key to all this. This could be another trap. This enforcer seems to be taunting us without ever directly appearing in our presence. Shera's actually summing up a lot of our video game logic here. You usually have to always fall for the obvious trap to proceed. And with that, we get to form our party. So we will be able to swap out freely after this, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick,
Oh, okay.
you, and how about,
Together now.
I guess this group needs a little bit more screen time. Because we're actually not going to be going to the Mistwald just yet. Going there will proceed to the end of the chapter. Before we do that though, we need to take care of the ring that flew away, as well as 2 monsters. And the fact that there's a monster at the Esmeralda Tower is why I put off the ring that flew away for so long. So next time we'll be taking on the tower. See you then.